Hi everybody, Steve the Amateur Historian. We're gonna go on a bit of a brief therapy walk today. I'm in a cemetery, by the way. But I was here filming another video, and I'm gonna venture around like the hills of Johnson Creek and see a little bit. But before I get there, let's check this out before I leave. I wonder what the prominence of this little, or if this is just, looks like you just go around this path. That's huge. This might, well no, this looks like it's just a, I don't know what this building's for. It definitely doesn't look like a mausoleum. Yeah, so I'm at Lincoln Memorial Park Cemetery. It's pretty good size, and if you come in from the north side down there, you're gonna be doing a lot of hill climbing. But it levels off on this side. I wonder if this, I saw some, yeah, I think this is where they put people's, these are more cremated remains, which I saw something similar to this a little further back in the park. Wait, we have a Marilyn Grace Poole. Am I related to a Marilyn? Because that's my last name. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is like the funeral home. That's what this is. And this is Mount Scott Boulevard, which I'm going to be walking along. I don't know if it's very passenger friendly. Oh, I thought this was a pathway. My bad. So rescue squadron. Oh, wow. These men lost their lives serving their country when King 56 crashed into the Pacific Ocean off the northern coast of California, November 22nd, 1996. So they were all aboard a plane similar to this one. All right. Yeah, and I forget, I don't want to go there today because it's big. But yeah, right across the street is the Willamette National Cemetery. Definitely want to go there someday soon. It's really not too much of a travel. But yeah, Lincoln Memorial Park is it's already big enough in its own right, but Willamette National is even larger. So someday I'll come out and visit that one, but not today. This is, I don't want to be out too much. I don't want to put too much work on my dogs. I'm mostly out and about today because I want to get exercise in before going to New Orleans. I want to make sure my legs are in good shape. I want to, I want to reach this common ground between resting up and still being in good enough physical condition that when we go on our vacation, I'm going to have the energy to, do stuff. I don't want to get to New Orleans and be like, oh God, I'm tired. Or, oh, I can't walk much because I didn't do anything the week before we left. So I'm doing like little mini walkabouts, little mini excursions to keep my legs warm. Then I work over the weekend. I work on a Sunday and then have Monday off. And then Tuesday, I think at 5:15 a.m., we are departing the City of Roses to go to a time zone I've never even been to before. I'm going to be posting a rambling video also right before we leave along with this. Just giving you a little extra stuff to watch because I'm not going to be posting much. I'll be posting a boatload of shorts while we're there. But in terms of video I'm going to get for bigger projects, obviously, I'm not going to be working on those projects while I'm there. As I'm recording this, because we're leaving in about a week as of this recording, there was a hurricane that was kind of heading towards Louisiana, and then now it's kind of booking off more towards Florida. So I think that was going to hit landfall before we even left, and I think it's going to be down to like a Category 1 storm by the time it hits landfall. But we were still kind of keeping our eye on that a little bit. And apparently, my girlfriend saw on New Orleans, like a Reddit about New Orleans, that apparently there's a guy going around stabbing people in the French Quarter. Which is interesting because I stumbled onto a story from the late 70s about a guy who was called the French Quarter Stabber. Apparently they're calling this guy the same thing, but apparently there's some guy roaming the French Quarter right now, shanking people. Hopefully he gets scared away, or more importantly, gets caught. Not just before we get there, but before this guy has a chance to hurt other people. I know I've driven down this stretch before, but I'm going to be turning off on a road that I think is called Idleman, or Idle something, and meandering my way back down towards 205, where I can cut through, hit up Winco, buy some food, and then go home and unwind. Yeah, like seriously, this freaking Willamette Cemetery, it goes on forever. It's because it goes on, I think, past Lincoln Park, and that's now way over there. It just looks like, I mean, are you looking, you're like, is this a golf course? No, cemetery. Oh, how am I still climbing? It's not that bad though. Climbing in Lincoln, the cemetery, that was a bitch. And actually, this is really kind of a timepiece for expansion. I know I'm not going to have the exact numbers, dates right, but I know kind of during the 90s, out here, Happy Valley Way, there started being, a lot of expansion. And a lot of these houses that kind of look like this, and I remember being a little kid, and every new house I saw, so pretty much every house that was like being built in the Portland area from like 1992 to 1998, they all looked exactly the same. So you can really tell when, and obviously whatever major city or town you live in, there's a different style to the homes that are most frequently built there. So different cities, you can see different styles and engage when they were happening. But yeah, there was a lot of expansion going on out here years and years back. And yeah, all these houses look exactly the same. Again, I'm not a master of knowing when architectural fads were in or out, but maybe some of this type of architecture was going on in the late 80s. Some of it probably did carry on in the 2000s, but when I see houses like of the bulk that are behind these trees, I remember every house I saw getting built, at least on the east side, during the 90s. That is what they look like. So I am willing to bet you the origins of this, because this is kind of its own little area, its own little development. Willing to bet large amount of money it was built during the 90s, probably the mid 90s. Oh, there's a pooch in there. Woof. What is this? Where does this go? That's cool. Yeah, it looks like that. I could make out the general spot where that route went down. And it looks like it just leads down to more of the houses. So if I would have gone down there, I would have had to just turn around and come back up. It did look pretty going down though. Ridgecrest Road. So is this the Idle, whatever? I don't even know if this road has good walking access on it. This is where the amateur historian dies. Idleman. Yep, that's the one. Okay. hoping for the best. If there's at least a bike path, that gives me something to mess with. Yeah, so Idleman, that's what it's called. And this kind of wraps around the, kind of coming in on the south side of the big hill where Johnson Creek Boulevard goes up, and they built a lot of big houses. Again, I think it was like during the 90s, they really started developing up there. And a lot of big houses that are way up on the hill, so you can see everything. They probably have a picture-perfect view of downtown. The llamas, they're here. I knew there was llamas up here. Right, that's oh, goddamn. Yeah, this is not good. So, yeah, so much for the bike path. Okay, well, I mean, there's homes up here, so I've dealt with worse. I mean, if school buses are coming up here, can't be utterly unsafe. Wink, wink. And I'm still climbing. I thought I was already at the top. Wow, that's a long abandoned newspaper. Cracker Jack, it's one of these where potential walking ends. So you gotta leapfrog. You gotta leapfrog across the street. This is very dangerous. So you gotta, oh God, and then I tripped. Because there's cars flying around this corner. This is a terrible idea. However, I think if I get through here, I just gotta get through here. All right, there. I'm a little bit safer. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Ooh, hardcore apple. Like your style, dude. Please tell me I'm as high as I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna have a heart attack up here. Climbing never ends. Granted, when I started, before I get into the cemetery, I was down. I mean, I got off the max. I was at ground level, man. All right, I got a little bit more to go. Gotta go down the hill, wrap around, gotta cross the street too. It's much, and then I almost got mowed down. Oh boy, sorry, sir, ma'am, partner, buckaroo. Yeah, it must be nice living up here. I don't mean that condescending, like, oh, must be nice. I just mean like, yeah, it's quiet. Like, you're not too far from the hustle and bustle. It's like you kind of feel like you're in a small, kind of rural community, but you're really just over the hill from the rest of hell. Idleman, Solomon. All right, so where we were at. Oh boy, this is steady. Is anybody coming? Nobody's coming? Good, because I need to get around this shit. Deer crossing! Ooh. Free firewood. Feels more rustic now. I don't know, we dropped a little bit. Just a few more trees. Oh my God. What I wouldn't give to live in this house. Oh. Yeah. This is how you know things are getting a little bougier. All of a sudden we found sidewalk again. And we're at like the corner of this hill. So there's these, back behind me, there's these really big viewpoints. Flatland. Probably should get on the side where there's actually crosswalk, or not crosswalk. I was looking back that way and saw a crosswalk. Yeah, I briefly stopped because there was a bus, school bus pulling up and stopping. What is this? What is this an entrance to? Is this just like, hey, look at this big entrance to my big douchebag home? So I think it is. But yeah, oh my God. To be young again. Here I am struggling to get to the last climb to the top of this hill. And just struggling, even though I'm used to this kind of stuff. And this bus pulls up, This first girl getting off the bus, she came off of that bus at like a 45-degree angle. I don't know how she didn't just hit the ground. She came flying off that thing like she was skydiving. She leapt out of that bus like she was leaping out of a plane and just swooped into the ground and took off sprinting up this little hill. Like probably like a 6-7-year-old girl. And then this boy about the same age, he just went woo, and then just sprinted up the hill after her. And this is, mind you, after like 6.5 hours of grueling, mind-numbing schooling. These kids had to wake up at like 7 this morning. And they're still that jacked in the mid-afternoon. That's one of the things that makes me miss being young. I wish every time I showed up somewhere, the moment the vehicle stopped, I could just leap out and just start running chaotically. Anyway, so my guess is there might even be up dead ahead. There might be a little place where I can gauge a little viewpoint. I don't know. Might be somebody's yard, in which case it's not going to happen. But it just looks like there's a fence here, and if there's not like a family eating lunch on the other side of it, I might see if I can. I don't know. The fence might actually be higher than I'm giving it credit for, but we're still pretty high. You can see probably a lot of Milwaukee and southernmost portion of southeast Portland. Where the hell am I? Yeah, so Idleman, where I think I'm still on Idleman, eventually becomes William Audi, and it goes, crosses the freeway, comes out on 82nd. I've walked in that vicinity many times, but I've never been this high up it, so this is all, I may not be too far from where I live, but this is all new to me. Hey, how you doing? I don't know what the hell that was for, but yeah, hopefully at some point, if not here, because yeah, this fence is higher than I was giving it credit for. There's got to be some point along this wraparound as we're descending where I can get a really good view of the surroundings west of me. Yes, I guess that fence is peering right over into somebody's backyard. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, so now that we're going downhill, everything has become dangerous again. There's nothing safe about any of this. Oh shit. Okay. Damn, there's a lot of school buses up here. How many freaking kids live up here? Spoiled rotten. These kids, they grow up with all this money and their big houses, and they're rotten. Of course, those that have watched me, oh good, I can just dip down in here. Now I'm 100, well, not really. But y'all know I've found myself in pickles like this before, where I'm just meandering along very, very thin shoulders. I guess I'll just stay in here. This is better. Ooh, new seasons. That's how you know you're in a bougie area. The litter that's being thrown around is Red Bull cans and New Seasons bags. Certainly don't see a lot of New Seasons bags being littered in my area. So now we got another thinning of the road, and we have another blind corner. This is the shit I live for. Ooh, Clorox wipes. Those are wipes, right? See, the thing is I can't really see how tight it is around this corner. It may not be that tight at all. I mean, compared to what it could be. Okay, why does that guy have his door open? Oh, hell yeah, brother. That white van up there, it passed me with its side door open, which that's like Abductor 101 right there. Pull up next to someone, have the door open. They could have snagged me right off this road, and you would have never seen me again. And you would have never seen this vlog. Not that you probably, well, hopefully you wouldn't have cared about that aspect as much as my disappearance. This big semi-truck passed me way too close, and he shot some dust chunk flew up into my mouth. So thank you dickhead dump truck driver. Okay, I'm gonna have to cross again. If I can. This is so fucking unsafe. Okay. Woohoo! 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 Aha. See? Nice and quick. Nobody died. I mean, this is an adventure, if nothing else. Okay, this is shit right here. This is just pure shit. Okay, how many cars are about to pass me? Just one? Just one is... Well, actually, I think I'm okay. I think I just need to get past this shit. Steady. Oh, slow down. Don't slow down too quick. Until you fudge your knees up. Slow down slowly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, and, oh, sidewalk. Return of a sidewalk. Yeah, so we're nosediving now. All right, so once we turn this, well, not turn this corner, but finish this turn that I'm on, it's pretty much, it's a straightaway to Audi. All right, starting to see some stuff. What in tarnation is this thing? It's Mount Scott something. Ugh. Okay, that's a little close. That's a little close. I wonder if this is like just a big water tank thing. It says Mount Scott. At least you know where we are. I don't know. It's a big thing. It's a big fella. Yeah, see, now you're starting to see those are the West Hills. Now this is a view. This is a view I could get used to. Yeah, it rhymed. Yeah, so I think those are the West Hills off in the distance. Probably, yeah. And then these other hills in the foreground, because I forget, there are some elevation changes on this side of the river. So you can't see a whole lot, but you can see what's off in the distance. And, yeah, you can see a little bit of downtown. I might want to get past this house. I don't know if I'll have quite as good of a view, but you might be able to see downtown past this house here. Kind of. Way over there. I don't know. I feel like I'm filming into these people's backyards, so I'm not. But yeah, people up here can see downtown. And now, coming down to 92nd here. Now, this is an area I recognize, so... Now, whenever I've come this way and crossed on 92nd and looked at this hill and wondered what's up there, now I know, and my dog sure as hell know. Oh man, my upper thighs are killing me. There's my button. What the hell is all this crap? It's like a shoe and some styrofoam and a car part. Alright, now huffing my way down towards 205, and actually you can't see just the tallest buildings. There's the Wells Fargo building. What is it? Wells Fargo Center. I don't remember exactly what it's called. For some reason it's escaping me. You can see a lot of what's on the west side up in the hills. I think up there where that big tower is, that's Council Crest, I think. And then, yeah, here's where is this I'm not going, but I'm wondering if this is the start of like a park trail or if it's just some trail that just leads up there and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, right here is where we cross 205. And then I'm back into an area that I recognize. Now I'm going to be shuffling off down onto the bike path there and hoping for the best, as you have to do when you get on the bike path. There we go. Down off that steep hill way up there. Alright, well, it is loud, but barring, my imminent death or something like that, that's where I'm gonna wrap today's kind of impromptu therapy walk. I wasn't planning on continuing the way I went, but then I just said, what the hell, why not? you're trying to get some more work in, go for it. So that was fun. It was horribly dangerous at times, but I know my way around a very narrow road. So all that said, thank you so much for stopping by, all of you. Those of you that been subscribed for a while, been around the channel for a while, thank you for your ongoing support. If you're new to the channel, haven't gotten around to it yet, remember to like, share, and of course subscribe to help keep my channel growing. I need your help now more than ever. And in 6 weeks, it'll still be now more than ever. I also have a Patreon as well, if you want to help me out that way. The link to that is in the description with this video, along with the links to my Instagram, Facebook, Reddit subreddit, and my TikTok. So all that said, till next time, this has been Steve the Amateur Historian.